I'm going to discuss some of the aspects of implementing a patient portal onto your profile EMR. The reason why we do this is because we see from Doctors of BC, many of the clinics are starting to implement portals nowadays. Some have done it for many years, for some it is new. And from Doctors of BC, we are vendor neutral, so we don't prescribe or recommend who you should choose. I'm going to discuss some options here, and the best is to know all the options and to decide what is going to work for your clinic. So a portal means you give some kind of more access to your EMR. And the most basic thing of a portal is where people say, okay, they want online booking. Oh no, maybe before that is just to be able to send text messages or emails to your patients. And then the next step would be, okay, to add and say, I want to have online bookings as well. Further one that I've got here, that other advantages is communication. So some portals allow patients that they can access their own results, for instance, that they can check into the EMR and for places that you've allowed them to access some of their information. And there are ways that people can use that to interact regularly with some patients for which is suitable to work with electronic communications. So those are some advantages that we are looking at. But some other considerations that you must also take into account is, what is your population like? So if you sit with a geriatric population and they are not used to computers and smartphones, then obviously that is not going to be a solution for you. If it's more a city-like place where the young people, lots of young people, and they just want to get fast communication, then it's something that may be way more suitable to your population. Another aspect is to look at the management of the workload. How much work is it going to cost you to maintain that portal? Especially for doing online booking, lots of people have got complex requirements of how to do it, and it takes a while to get that set up and work smoothly. There are cases of clinics that tried that and after a while just decided it's not worth the effort. It took too much work and it couldn't configure to a nice working solution. So be careful. It takes a while to get things set up, and it has to be able to work for you. So yeah, if how complex your requirements, how many people are there in the clinic, all those things are going to affect considerations of what you do. Now with profile, okay, if you look at the profile, let me just see, where do I get? And the license modules, you'll see there you'll have Accession, and Accession is the one that's supplied by IntraHealth themselves, and normally that is built into profile, and it's just something that needs to be activated. I'm not sure exactly what they mean with this waiting console. It's a bit different from the stuff that I've seen. Another one that we've seen is Cortico online booking, and then there's an Ocean online booking, and here I see is also Virto online booking. I don't know anything about Virto, but Ocean online booking has been used a lot, and Cortico online booking, as well as the built-in Accession from Profile. So those are three products that we've seen is being used in BC by some of our members, and it is something that you can consider. We also see there is an Ocean e-referral. I'm not sure of that, but I think it relates to the digital referrals and orders. That is a new process that's being implemented. And I think Ocean and Profile are both being owned by Well Health. So it is one company, but it is actually different products that one is working with. So don't expect that is just dealing with one office when you get a portal from somebody else. So the options that most people need to select is between IntraHealth Accession, Cortico, or Ocean. And the best is to get a demonstration from the company, to contact the company and ask them what is going to cost for that portal and what facilities are there. and other people prefer to contact us and ask us which other clinic has got this implemented. Can we get some feedback from a user? And then we try to bring you in contact with one of your peers who's using something similar, and to hear from them from a user's point of view. How does it work? Is where you can access additional forms. So a lot of time, this form is outdated. The hospital's got a new form, and where do we get the new form? So in Profile, you always go to maintain, and this one's layout a bit different from mine. Where are templates? Maintain templates and forms. That is where you always go to for forms. And then if you've got a newer version of Profile, you'll see there is a nice handy icon that says Find in Marketplace. And that is where you can go and look for other forms that has been created by other people that is available to be shared. So it takes a while for the forms to load, but then you can see, okay, which are the newest ones. So you can sort it by date, or you can see, okay, the BC forms, or the even the different areas. There's Fraser Health, and there are a lot for interior as well. That will pop up a bit later. It loads slowly. And if you sort by modified, click it again. So then you can see there's a form, DynaCare Harmony Prenatal Test Requisition, that was created this month. And so that is how new some of the forms may be. And here are 2 new forms from BC. So have a look. If you've got access to marketplace forms, that may save you a lot of effort. You can click on a form and then click on import, and that way the form will be imported into your EMR. And this is the fastest way to get the latest forms, that you don't have to go and recreate them.